The impact of tech on human wellness and happiness. Some background information on the topic. Technology has been around for a very long time. It ranges from anything that makes life easier. In a way, it's finding a solution for different problems or advances in life. Technology can be anything from a dishwasher to an iPhone or even a clock. In specific, the first technology that we think of are phones, computers, or iPads, or electronic technology. This hasn't been around for a very long time. All these devices have majorly progressed in the last 20 years, completely changing how they're used to be and with multiple new features and completely new goals. For example, the concept of the telephone was first created in 1874 for communication, as seen in the image above. But the first actual smartphone came out in 1997. In about 24 years since then, smartphones now have apps, can be used for calling and access to the internet, and so many other features. The computer also has a very similar story. Since the rapid development of technology, many people have started using phones, computers, and many other devices every single day, multiple times a day, or even for hours at a time, with work and other purposes. The study of the impact of tech on human wellness and happiness is relatively new, now that there has been a huge impact on human emotions. Most of these items created made life easier and improved daily lives. Now electronic technology can make a huge impact on the way people feel after using it and even during. It involves being on the internet for days at a time, socializing on different social media platforms, and the amount one spends on electronic devices. All these reasons can be draining on mental health. As you can see, the picture shows a bunch of people sitting at the same table, but not socializing with each other, just socializing through their phones or checking for updates from different platforms. All these reasons can be very draining to mental health. So, the topic. The effects of technology, as I explained before, is a very gray area. It has not been a long it has not been long enough to tell if there are any serious negative impacts. Most research is only starting to be done. As explained in the Pew Research study, many are worried about the effects of technology on mental and physical health. In specific, we have stress, mental health problems, and social aspects, including different focus levels that people have. There's also another side of the spectrum, including the benefits it can bring to the world and how it can digitalize the world. The new technology age can bring new solutions to problems, help developing countries, and solve environmental issues. So, simultaneously progressing to help many topics, technology can also harm individually, people. But the impacts are still very tentative and gray. So, why has it occurred? The topic is starting to evolve more and more, so many have many unanswered questions. Also, with work and jobs nowadays, many people use computers for hours a day. One question that arose are if one spends 10 hours on a computer, will there be effect on one's social skills? Or if we rely on phones so much, if we can search everything up, why is there a point in learning anything? How will this affect future generations? All these questions got scientists and researchers worried about how actual tech will affect our future generations and nowadays our specific actions. All these questions lead to a very serious issue if there's actually more of a negative impact or a positive impact of technology on humans and how the impact of them are happening. Another reason this is occurring is that there are many disturbances in daily lives. When socializing with friends, one can socialize with their phone more than the actual people around them, as I mentioned before. Same goes for the fact that if before you saw a kid crying, the parent would usually let them cry or give them a toy or some type of distraction for them to stop crying. Nowadays, you can see parents shoving phones or iPads in the kid's face to get them distracted. And there's positives to that because it works in most case scenarios, but the occurrence of having technology at such a young age might affect or might not affect the way kids are developed in the future. As you can see in the bottom picture, there's a bunch of kids that are very young and they're all on different social media platforms or even electronic devices or any apps that can distract them like games or movies. So that's some occurrences of why this issue came to be in the first place. So the current state of an issue. Currently, people are still researching the problem. Technology can connect directly to personalities. People with different personalities use technologies in different ways. There's a direct correlation with introverted people using social media platforms more often, since it's the way they socialize more and put themselves out there more. And then same goes with outgoing people. They still can use social media platforms as much, but they use it for different purposes or promoting and advertising for different platforms that don't have enough awareness. So personalities have a direct influence on how one uses technology. From extroverted to introverted personalities, people use social media on devices for different purposes, from learning to be more outgoing or promoting different issues. Over the recent years, there's also been an increase in the phone usage people have, an increase in phone usage from 10% to even 38% in recent years. People are always using technology now for also coping mechanisms. When people are sad, they go on social media to see happy faces, which can also be draining, but at the same time can be comforting for many. Also, they go to technology and computers for watching TV as a distraction from ongoing issues. This can be helpful because people can find solutions to their problems, but at the same time, it can also cause a dent in the current problems people are facing. It is very hard to track if these specific things or usage can make an impact on someone's sadness or happiness. So, some proposed solutions on the topic. Since technology has many sides, some people are advocating that we do nothing because technology is helping our society, it's progressing our society. So, there will be more positive impacts than negatives in the end. But others are saying that more research should be done. The research that we see now is very short term and doesn't have every aspect involved in it. To actually see if there's a huge impact on the way humans handle technology, we need to do more research and understand if there are specific things that can trigger different mental health problems or physical health problems, depending on specific types of usage and the ways people use it, and if it's healthy or unhealthy. Another solution is to help monitor kids who are using technology. There's two sides to the spectrum as well. As we want kids to be developed in technology and know how to use computers and phones, so our society can keep progressing and evolving, there's also the side of addiction and how kids will be developed as people with technology around them every single day. There's also another solution that has an app that can track mental health problems and personalities. So this app can basically monitor how fast you react to your phone, how much you use it, how fast you reply to text, and different features like that. This can help identify different mental health issues. And although this has ethical reasons, since the apps are using your own specific steps to determine if you have any problems or if your problems need to be helped, this can also be a benefit for many. So that is some proposed solutions that are recommended. And there's a picture of a bunch of computers and people connected through computers to show how our community now is all connected through online. Every single person, some way or another. So, some current barriers to the issue. There honestly aren't a lot of barriers to the issue, since everything that I've talked about recently is open to interpretation. Technology and wellness is a very new developing topic. As new research starts to form, new solutions will also be created. The majority of the problem is that most of the studies done now are very short-term studies, and obviously, since there are so many factors involved, there's not enough research. There's research on specific topics, if using a phone or a specific app platform can affect mental health, but overall in general, it's very hard to track everything. So another problem is that it's very broad. So all these reasons can cause the issue to have a lot of more studies to be done and unknown answers for many years to come. So in conclusion, as this topic is new developing and new factors and consequences are constantly coming in, it's very important to learn about the impacts it has. The whole tech progression and how more information is coming for our minds and brains, all these negative impacts, including mental health problems, phone usage, and personality changes, are all still being studied. So when moving forward, solutions to these problems hopefully will occur, since there are some negative impacts from technology, but at the same time, there are benefits as well. So for many years to come, as humans will find out more impacts of tech on human wellness and happiness, there will be more solutions to these problems that will occur. And these are my sources and references. Thank you.